Find out about Eastern's Learning Center later on News 22.
We came here to Wood Support Services to see what Career Services is doing to help graduating seniors.
Cameras stopped rolling for just a little while as one local network brought an end to an era. I'm Ryan O'Connor. That story is coming up on News 22.
And don't miss this week's sports action. That and more coming up on News 22.
Good evening and welcome to News 22. I'm Sernay Waller.
And I'm Megan Thompson.
In a study done at Quinnipiac, it was shown that in a hypothetical situation, Obama would have a wide lead over McCain in the presidential race for Connecticut. Obama seems to be attracting young independent voters, which beats McCain 52 to 35%, according to the Associated Press. There is still time for students who have not registered to vote, so sign up soon.
As we are all well aware, the drinking age in the United States is 21. This could be changing quickly. The debate of lowering the drinking age in Kentucky, Wisconsin, and South Carolina for military personnel only has begun. The argument is that if you are responsible enough to join the military, you are expected to make mature decisions while consuming alcohol too. These are not the only states that are considering this. Missouri, South Dakota, Vermont, and Minnesota are thinking about lowering the drinking age for anyone who is 18 or older. By the year 1988, all states had raised their drinking age to 21, and now it may be reversed.
In a study done by two doctors from the University of Pennsylvania says that it doesn't matter if you drink 8 glasses of water a day or not. They decided to do research which saying came from after interviewing several people used answer, I learned it from my mom, or I learned it from my science teacher. In a paper written by the Institute of Medicine, it stated that women are supposed to drink 91 ounces of water per day, and men are supposed to consume about 125 ounces a day. Every day, your body takes water from the food you eat, which averages about 20% of the water that goes into your body. After a lot of research, doctor says humans should drink when you are thirsty, because that's the way your body was designed.
It's been 5 years since Connecticut was first introduced to high definition. ESPN launched the Digital Center with their flagship show, SportsCenter, back in 2004, even though ESPN hit the airwaves a year before. Now, as News 22 correspondent Ryan O'Connor tells us, a third ESPN network is finally in the making, convergence for HD2.
ESPN first hit the airwaves, everything was shot in standard definition. Now with the advent of HD, everything is changing, including their sets. It was out with the old and in with the new as the Entertainment Sports Programming Network, most commonly known to its viewers as ESPN, debuted ESPN News HD, a new channel broadcast from the world headquarters located in Bristol. This new channel will air an HD simulcast of the standard definition channel, which was launched in 1996. Although the idea is the same with a newsroom adjacent to the studio, everything is different and new. The new studio is larger than the one it replaces, with 2 primary desks to accommodate up to 4 or 5 people respectively. A new area has been designated for anchor stand-ups, giving ESPN News HD much more flexibility in its presentation. Although all the new changes may be a big deal to the viewer, from an anchor's point of view, there isn't much difference.
Make sure we have the high-def makeup on, but it's still journalism. We still do what we do, and to me, it's been my experience, it's really important not to change what you do. Logistically, there are a few little different changes you have to make as to where you stand and all that. And the most critical thing to me is that I cannot wear jeans anymore.
The new look and upgraded features are expected to help deliver all the information the viewers want at a faster rate, while making everything shown on TV an enjoyable experience for all those who are watching. And in the coming weeks and coming months, you can expect to see many additional changes to the ESPN lineup. Most notably, ESPNU will be changing to ESPNU HD. At their studios in Bristol, I'm Ryan O'Connor, News 22.
On Thursday, March 27th, officials from ESPN were on campus to find current students to fill internship, part-time, and full-time employment positions. ESPN's Joe Franco visited the Student Center Theater pitching a number of open employment positions, a presentation made possible by the Communication Department.
Essentially, I was contacted by an Eastern alum, Sean Bartels from Commercial Operations. a few weeks ago, and we coordinated ESPN's visit with the Office of Career Services. Nancy DiCrescenzo helped to put on today's event.
For any student interested in applying for any available positions at ESPN, log on to www.espn.com/join-our-team to view the available positions and upload your resume.
And we will be right back with this week's editorial.
This portion of News 22 is brought to you by Asian Bistro.
Asian Bistro is a hibachi steakhouse, bar, and fusion sushi restaurant conveniently located in Eastbrook Mall. Asian Bistro offers only premium-grade ingredients prepared by professional chefs in a modern, clean, and simplistic atmosphere. The staff at Asian Bistro envisions, prepares, and presents every item of their food as a piece of art, following the traditions of Asian cultures from around the globe. Asian Bistro believes in a custom of friendship and encourages its patrons to be happy, be creative, and live long. And, as the Emperor said, let the party begin. Asian Bistro.
We are back and we have with us Megan Fox. Please remember the views expressed are those of the writer and not of News 22. Megan?
On March 24th, a milestone was reached in American history. After 4 U.S. soldiers were killed in a roadside bombing in Iraq, military officials reported the American death toll to 4,000 deaths. 4,000 lives lost. 4,000 men and women died while defending our freedom. 4,000. White House Press Secretary Dana Permino said in a recent press conference that the president gets a report about every single soldier who passes away. He always pauses a moment to think about them and to offer a prayer for their loved ones and their family. When hearing this statement, I have to wonder. Theoretically, let's say a moment lasts about a minute of time. If it is true, every single fallen soldier, the president pauses for a moment or a minute. Up to date, Mr. Bush would have thought about American casualties for 4,000 minutes. That's the equivalent to about 67 hours or 3 days worth of thinking in 5 years. Maybe if the death count included family members and loved ones mourning from the 4,000 deceased, the president would spend more time thinking about the impacts of the war. 4,001 would go to the mother of Jason Lantieri. Army Sergeant Jason Lantieri of Killingworth, Connecticut, died October 10, 2007, of injuries suffered during vehicle maneuvers. He was 25. 4002 is 3-year-old daughter of Melissa Hobart. Army Private First Class Melissa Hobart grew up in East Haven, Connecticut, collapsed and died June 6, 2004, while serving guard duty in Baghdad. She was 22. 4003 is Stephen Blexler's best friend. Marine Corporal Stephen Blexler, a 2003 graduate of Suffield High School, was killed May 4, 2006, while on foot patrol in Iraq. He was 20. But the president isn't the only one who has become comfortably numb to U.S. war casualties. In the media, 30-second news briefs and one-column death notices have become the norm to informing citizens about the progress of the war. There's obviously more vital news for the American people to be told, like where Britney Spears partied last night, or the intimate details and cost of New York City governor's sexual affairs. As a society, millions of Americans vote each week for their favorite singer, hoping they won't get voted off American Idol and sent home. While ironically, the real American Idols have been waiting 5 years to be voted off and sent home. If half the people that voted for American Idol picked a favorite soldier and were half as devoted to sending them home, maybe 5 years and 4,000 deaths would be the ending point of this war. I'm promised change for the future from current presidential candidates. What I would like to say to the future Mr. or Mrs. President is I don't want change. I've lived for the past 5 years watching the fatal tally marks change from 1 to 4,000. My hopes for a future president is one who will bring an end to the morbid scoreboard of lives lost from this war. Thank you. We'll be right back to our regular show after this quick break.
Whoa, what are you doing?
Throwing out my trash.
Don't you recycle?
Recycle?
Yes, it says toss bottles here.
Oh, all right.
Recycling prevents about 64 million tons of material from ending up in landfills every year. Eastern Connecticut State University makes it easy for students to do their part in recycling materials they use every day. Bins and containers for bottles, cans, and paper are located all over the campus. Recycling is as simple as separating your trash and tossing the recyclables into a 90-gallon bin near the dumpster located outside your resident hall. Reduce, reuse, and recycle Eastern.
Back to News 22. There are only a few weeks left of the spring semester and seniors are scurrying to get everything done. If you need help, stop by the Advisement Center or visit their website to see if you have all the criteria to graduate.
On Saturday, April 5th, Eastern will be taking a trip to Claremont, Massachusetts. Here, students will get to experience whitewater rafting. Tickets are on sale in the Student Center.
Want some entertainment during lunch? Then head over to the Brown Bag Concert tomorrow at noon in Schaefer Auditorium. Bring your lunch and enjoy performances by Eastern music students.
Are you interested in a little sports fun? Then find 3 friends and come play a 3-on-3 basketball tournament. There will be a men's and women's bracket. The winners will be awarded a gift card to the Buckland Hills Mall. The tournament will take place tomorrow, April 4th. Sign-ups will start at 7:45 p.m. in the Geisler Gymnasium. 3 people will play, and the 4th will be a substitute. The game will start at 8:15.
The Heartbeat Ensemble is a professional theater group that performs and plays about issues relevant to the people of Greater Hartford area and beyond. Through main stage plays, street performances, and education programs, the ensemble inspires individuals towards meaningful and social change. They will perform at Schaefer Auditorium this Sunday, April 6th at 7 p.m.
College classes can be difficult. Students get stressed out and sometimes do not understand their homework. Reporter Elizabeth Hilton tells us about a department here on campus that can help students who are having difficulty in the classroom.
You know those nights when you just don't understand your homework? Well, don't you worry. There is a department dedicated to help Eastern students when they're struggling. The Learning Center that is located in Wood Support Services offers free tutoring and advisement. They offer assistance in most majors and can help you succeed in school. I talked to Dr. Margaret Hebert, the acting director for the Learning Center and the director for the STEP-CAP program, to find out what they are all about.
We offer sort of academic counseling services to other students. Often students will refer a friend of theirs who needs help, and is there someone to talk to? We have peer tutors available for a variety of subject areas, pretty much all the freshman level courses, math, writing, bio, chem, and a more upper division in the sciences. We have economics, there's a whole bunch of stuff which is listed and posted out there. So any student who wants help with a course, they can make their own referral. Sometimes a faculty member will refer a student for services. It's a free service for students. The tutors are paid. They're paid through student employment. Actually, some of them earn credits, so if you're a strong student hearing this and would be interested in tutoring for us, that's available too. So we hire student tutors. We do training for them. The program is certified by the College Reading and Learning Association. So tutors, after completing the training, are certified that they've completed a certified training program as a tutor. So there's ongoing supervision and evaluation of the peer tutors. Once a student does some initial paperwork for us and we have a file, they just come in. It's pretty much self-service. We have 3 ring binders out there that have each tutor's schedule. It's like a sign-up sheet. So you can come in and say, I need help with math. Oh, this tutor is here on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's good for me. I'll sign up for 11 o'clock. So you come in and meet with the tutor. You can meet. We kind of limit to half-hour appointments unless the tutor's not booked for the following half hour, just to kind of make sure everybody gets services when they need them.
So if you are ever struggling, make sure to stop by the Learning Center here in Wood Support Services. This has been Elizabeth Hilton for News 22.
Don't be afraid to get tutored. It could help you succeed not only in the classroom, but in the future.
There will be a campus-wide pool tournament for 3 days next week. The tournament will take place next Monday through Wednesday, April 7th to the 9th from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. in the Student Center Cafe. For more information, see the information desk in the Student Center.
The Identity Series is an oral history series of strong women from ECSU and in the community that have diverse backgrounds. They will tell their stories, discuss their interests, and give a sense of how they struggled to arrive. There will be 2 sessions of the series next week. The first will take place on Tuesday, April 8th at 4 p.m. and feature Nancy DiCrescenzo of Career Services. The second will be on Wednesday, April 9th at 5 p.m. and feature Dr. Denise Matthews of the Communication Department. Both sessions will take place in the Student Center Theater.
The film Sweeney Todd will be shown on Tuesday, April 8th. The movie is based on a Broadway musical which tells the story of a man who sets up a barbershop in London to get revenge on those who ruined his life. Sweeney Todd will be shown in the Student Center Theater at 8 p.m.
As May approaches, graduating seniors are beginning their job search. Katie Baker brings us more.
As their 4 years comes to a close, Eastern Connecticut State University students are now about to be exposed to the working world outside the school. While this may be a stressful time, students can rest assured there is someone willing to lend a hand. The Office of Career Services is one such opportunity. Counselors in the office can aid the students in their search as well as prepare them for their interviews. Nancy DiCrescenzo, the Director of Career Services, explains some of the opportunities available.
You can schedule a mock interview and meet with a counselor who will conduct a pretend interview for you and give you lots of feedback and constructive criticism.
Some tips that DiCrescenzo offers for student job hunters are: be flexible with your schedule for interviews, respond to emails immediately, sound and act professional, and find time every week to look for jobs and at career fairs. This has been Katie Baker for News 22.
We wish the seniors the best of luck in their future endeavors.
On Saturday, April 5th, females will be hosting a fashion show. This will take place in Schaefer Hall's auditorium at 6 p.m. All students are welcome to see what Eastern fashion has to offer. Also following the show, there will be an after party in the Betty Tipton room.
The next University Hour installment will be next Wednesday, April 9th at 3 p.m. It will feature Dr. Jake Adam York, an acclaimed poet. He'll read from his latest poetry collection, Murmuration of Starlings and Poems from Murder Ballads, and then hold a question and answer session. Later that night at 7 p.m., Dr. York will hold another reading. Both sessions will take place in the Johnson Room of the library.
This Friday, April 4th, the Betty Tipton room of the Student Center hosts Eastern's own Reggae Fest. Stop from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. to check out the scene and have some fun.
At the end of 2007, over 1 million Americans were living with HIV or AIDS. The growing epidemic has continued to affect lives in even countries. Next Thursday, April 10th, the Women's Center will hold free HIV testing. No blood and no needles are necessary, and results will be within 15 minutes. Be safe and get tested, Eastern.
Did you know ECSU has its very own radio station? Channel 90.1 hosts WECS with sports, news, and entertainment. Talk why not check out 91.1 and support your fellow ECSU classmates.
The admissions department is looking for tour guides for the new student reception on April 20th. Please stop by the admissions office if you are interested to fill out a form by April 11th. They are looking for as many as 25 students to help.
Looking for a job that's convenient for you? Check out Eastern's student employment link located on Eastern's homepage. Jobs are offered in almost every department, and Eastern's always looking for new faces. Some jobs are offering positions over the summer as well as during the school year.
The American Marketing Association will be holding a pasta party on Tuesday, April 8th, 2008, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. in the ECSU Student Center Cafe. The dinner will consist of spaghetti with marinara, salad, Italian bread, and cookies for dessert. Tickets are $5 a person, and all proceeds will benefit the American Marketing Association and their trip to New Orleans for an annual conference.
And we'll be right back with this week's sports update.
Fire safety is an important part of our well-being on campus. By taking precautions and making smart decisions, fires can be avoided. Be aware of overloaded electrical outlets. Don't leave cooking unattended, and make sure paper and other flammable materials are not placed near the stove. Preventing a fire is important, but knowing what to do if one occurs is just as important. If the alarm sounds, don't panic and evacuate immediately. Refer to your residential hall office for the quickest and safest route, and remember, never take an elevator during a fire. For more information,
Visit us at www.easternct.edu/DEPTS/police.
Listen up, Energy Hogs. We got a real porker of a house here. Get in there and waste some energy.
There's no insulation, boss. It's hog heaven.
Leaky windows, too. This is gonna be a breeze. Perfect. Go wild and waste some wattage.
Time to tan. Oh, there's hot water for just one pair of pants. My kind of place.
Wow! This thing's so old it's gonna take me hours to get dry.
Keep wasting. They'll never know what hit them till they get the energy bill.
What the? Boss, they're home! And they've got energy-efficient bulbs!
You've got the power to get rid of energy hogs. You can help your parents add insulation, put in Energy Star appliances, and lots of other things to make your home hog-free. Find out how at energyhog.org and play fun games, too.
Oh, retreat! Retreat!
Go to energyhog.org and get the energy hogs out of your home.
Hey, wait for me!
We're back, and we have with us Elizabeth Hilton with sports. Liz?
This spring sports team are off to a great start. This week we highlighted a girl from the women's lacrosse team. Lily Anderson is our Athlete of the Week.
For Athlete of the Week this week, we chose senior forward Lily Anderson of the women's lacrosse team. This past Saturday, Lily Anderson scored 3 goals in a 14-8 win over Southern Maine, one of those goals being her 100th career goal. She received LEC Offensive Player of the Week. We got the chance to catch up with her after practice to find out more about her accomplishments.
It feels good to be chosen Athlete of the Week. It's a great honor. It means a lot. I actually didn't even know it was my 100th career goal, so it was kind of neat to find that out. Hopefully I'll get a lot more. It's been pretty successful. It's fun playing lacrosse. It's hard to manage lacrosse and working and being a biology major, but it's been a good challenge. My personal goals are to play my best and to help my team get to the NCAAs after winning the LECs and actually win a game in the NCAAs. I plan to go back to Maine, work, take some time off before I go back to school. I plan to play lacrosse, hopefully do some officiating and play in summer leagues and maybe even coach eventually.
Be sure to stay tuned next week for Athlete of the Week. In the Student Center, I'm Nick DeLizio, News 22.
Thanks, Nick. The women's lacrosse team was also successful on Wednesday. They played Western Connecticut Colonians away and blew them out 22-8. Eastern had 8 players with multi-goals. Brooke Wyatt was the high scorer with 4 of them, while Megan Gloucester, an LEC player and Athlete of the Week, Lily Anderson, scored 3 goals. Their next game will be played home on Saturday at noon against Plymouth State. The men's lacrosse team took action on Wednesday against conference and in-state rival Western Connecticut. Western jumped on the Wildcats earlier by scoring the first 5 goals, but Eastern rallied back to win the game 16-4. Matt Savage had 5 goals, while DJ Simmons added 4 to combine for more than half of Eastern's points. Their next game is at home Friday against Plymouth State at 4 o'clock. The weather and the men's baseball have been cold lately. The Warriors have lost 3 of their last 4 and earned a tie last night. Eastern split a doubleheader on Sunday against Keene State College. They won first game 7-4 and lost the second game 4-3. Sean Gilblair had 4 hits in the 2 games, while Melvin Castello and John Park both had 3 hits. Montclair State got the best of the Warriors on Tuesday. The Red Hawks won 7-6. Castello drove in 4 runs in the loss on Wednesday. Eastern battled back from 4 runs down to tie Amherst College. Andrew Magliola drove in the tying run with a single in the 9th. Eastern returns home this Saturday with a doubleheader versus UMass Boston starting at 2 p.m. The women's softball team opened up Little East play with 2 easy victories. The Warriors won the first game 23-1 and took game 2 11-3. Kim Church and Kate Livingstone scored 5 runs. Crystal Denny drove in 5 runs and also scored 4 runs for the Warriors. Kate Pincero won the first game throwing a 1-hitter. Katie Craves won her 5th game in the nightcap, pitching the first 5 innings. The Warriors are currently ranked 6th in New England and host Plymouth State on Saturday. The game starts at 1 p.m. at Specter Field. That's it for sports. I'm Liz Hilton. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Liz. Be sure to check out our website, tv22.org, to find links and videos of the show.
For News 22, I'm Megan Thompson.
And I'm Serne Waller. Have a safe night, Eastern.